because the first turkey from the first time she did it was trash. I purposely ate an abundance of turkey that day, even though it was bad, just so that there was nothing left and I didn't want her to feel bad. I sacrificed my body for your feelings, and don't you ever forget that. NANI? Dynamite! 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 Segment properly. Let's start this stuff properly. Hey guys, how you doing? My name's Heero. This is the Identity Booth. I always like to make these videos as recaps whenever major things are happening in my life. Got back from Afro Tech. That was tons of fun, and then it led straight into Thanksgiving. And one day my sister might watch this, or my sister might never watch this, but I think it's important to give people their flowers when you can. Give people their flowers when you can. I'll make this. I'll send it to her. She'll never watch it, but if I ever leave this planet, she can't say I didn't give her her flowers. This is the second annual Luke and Jonna Thanksgiving. Now as an engaged couple, it was eerily shocking to see how much they've changed in the 1 year. And is it really 1 year? It might be like it might be like 2 or 3 years because of COVID. So it's really like been 3 years since COVID that we were there last. And it's just really, not strange in a bad way, but just interesting to see how they've acclimated to each other and how they're gentle with each other, how they move around each other. It was very nice to see. And, just from the outside looking in, we can tell that there's a deep admiration and affection for each other. They're very concerned about each other in nonchalant ways. It's rather adorable. But we made it back to Atlanta. I got there on Wednesday. I had to leave a little bit early because I had some money to make. Afrotech was a gold mine. I made $4,000 at Afrotech. It was great. But things to note. First and foremost, let's just give a clap for Nuffy. Nuffy, let me look into the camera. Nuffy, that motherfucking turkey was delicious. In my life of eating turkey, I've never tasted a better turkey next to my own. Like, that says a lot. And it's a big redemption for her because the first turkey from the first time she did it was trash. I purposely ate an abundance of turkey that day, even though it was bad, just so that there was nothing left and I didn't want her to feel bad. I sacrificed my body for your feelings, and don't you ever forget that. Also, shout out, clap it up to the Cuzzos. Suge Knight and Nene. The pecan cobbler, the peach cobbler, pecan cobbler, and the pecan pie was fantastic. Let me put it like this: no one else got to eat the pecan pie. If you didn't get a piece of it before I left, you didn't get none. Wanna know why? Because I took the whole goddamn pie, and I have no shame. Drop a bomb. Not a piece of shame in my body. If there's pecan cobbler, pecan pie anywhere within the vicinity, it's not gonna make it. There will never be anything left. I will make it my mission to make sure that's a fact. In addition to that, I did fumble. I lost all the family pictures except for the cards that weren't on the encrypted disk. I have an encrypted hard drive that I lost everything on, and an encrypted drive that I had for private customers, specifically for these private customers, and I jagged, and I lost all of that stuff. So that file, you can't put anything new on it unless you unlock it before. I didn't do that. I jagged. So lost all the pictures. In my mind, I was like, fuck it, whatever. I feel like we just took new pictures in July, but it would have been nice to get an upgraded picture. We had Taufik there, Nini there, Jayla, a lot more. It was way more people. It would have been a nice progressive shot to show what it was the first time versus now. It would have just been nice. But now all we got is our memory. I'll do better in the future. Afrotech spoiled me. I went down to Austin, spent a week there, stayed at the W Hotel, and I must say, Chris, the night manager at the W Hotel, fucking phenomenal. He just knew. He knew. He was knowledgeable about the area. He knew where the hood rat shit was. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And whenever I bring a lady back by the room, man, he'll escort her out. It was great. I now understand why I live this isolated lifestyle, because if I was forced to live this bouginess out of me, I'd be a horrible person. I just know I would want to be unbothered with so many things. And this podcast, these drawings, these ambitions I have, I would just live a life of comfort. For what? Why am I doing any of this? Why am I sitting here recording a podcast at 7 o'clock at night when I could be doing a host of other things? Right? But I think this sort of isolation makes me want to work on myself and get out of that bad energy, that low vibration place that you'll fall into if you don't have community. But between that, Atlanta, a little bit of Georgia and shit like that, I desperately need to think about what I want to do as far as community is concerned. I got a community here. It's an hour away. That's fine for me. But is that really gonna suffice? Do I have to get close? Do I have to be 45 minutes away? I'm really an hour and 20 minutes away with no traffic. Hour 40 to get to the crib. So it was a big question for me. But being able to spend time with the family for as short it was, my mom hates it whenever I do this, but I arrive the day before and I leave the day after. I just can't. I'd much rather, because I want to work. I like the work I do. And especially since I know what my New Year's resolution is going to be for next year, which is to publish book 2 and book 3 of the comic book, which is madness, because it took me a year just to publish book 1. So to double down and say I got to publish both of them, a lot of things are going to suffer. And it might be the podcast. It just depends on when we get to that 1,000 mark. But I have to double down to catch up with myself and make sure that I get that up to date, because there's just no excuse. No excuse. And it's free money out there. And I got my boy Tark. Man, he hit me up a few times, so we're going to talk about that. Yeah, you guys are going to see some people on the podcast, because I definitely want to interview people that I met at Afrotech, do a post-op sort of, check up on people, and things like that. But overall, Thanksgiving was great. Afrotech was great. I really did dig the vibes of all the situations that I found myself in the last 2 weeks. And even returning back to work was pleasant. It gave me this hunger to come back. And I'll talk more in depth about the Afrotech experience and do's and don'ts and things I like, but that'll be for another video, a deep dive video for sure. I just want to get this off my chest. How was y'all Thanksgiving? Was your turkey dry? Did you guys get into a fight? Tell me what happened in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe.